Turn 57. We will start a lumber mill here. Start a granary here to take advantage of our poets. Start a quarry here. Chop, chop. Start another lumber mill here. Start a garrison here, which gets us a bunch of borders. Start another garrison here. Move that guy over the garrison worker to protect him. Chop, chop. Start a lumber mill here. Scout, harvest the marble. We'll move that scout out a little bit next time. Our spymaster died last turn, so we assigned our husband as spymaster. Entirely sure why it's doing that in the replay. There we go. Scout around here. Get vision of this entire city. Scout here. Move that there. And, oh, I should probably go through these events. Trying to do events at the end so that you can see them more easily. We have the choice of Prosperous, which is okay but not great. It's about 100 gold. Redemption, which gives us Charisma, which is pretty good. And Fierce. And Redemption is doable with Metaphysics, which we are researching right now, and it'll cost us 600 civics. So I'm going to go ahead and take that as an ambition. Will also get us some legitimacy for filling the ambition. Here, we have an opportunity to forgive Astyages, which we will do. And then the last event is our Spymaster died. And then I think I moved a couple things around, influenced our husband and Spymaster so that we can get that to plus 100 to get the bonus from that. And then made a bunch of notes that I want to move this scout down here. That was the one up front. This one is going to watch this city. This scout's going to come down here and sit on this hill. And this scout's going to see what's going on. I guess he hasn't founded this corner city. He founded this first. Just makes sense considering how important it is to get this all online. Definitely will want to get vision in this city. I can't afford an agent network, I'm pretty sure, for 500 gold. 190. I also did some promotions, I should say. Promoted a bunch of units, got this one Marksman and Eagle Eye. Upgraded this one to Horsebane. And then this one looks like it's got Eagle Eye available. I'm running a lot of training, so might as well spend it for promotions. Started another Pelton Cav here as well as a lumber mill here. I'll have to dance a little bit here because this should be 5 years away, so I definitely want to start so I can, when Parsa gets too strong, I can swap in my uncle, who rebelled against me, as the builder. That will lower the turn on the Citadel by 1 turn. And if I do it with the Hunter Worker, it'll be faster. Unfortunately, I only have 1 Hunter Worker here. So, and Carthage is still on 6 laws. So we could definitely do a 7 law timing attack with a couple Cataphract archers attacking this city. That seems reasonable. He does not have a good way of getting to it. I do. We may also want a Byreme, honestly. Consider a Byreme out of active on it to enable that attack. Sana. Just enable that attack, honestly. It'll be, we could like anchor here. And that gets us, or even here, very aggressively, and that will give us water movement all around. Might be able to take out this city. He only has 3 things defending it. And it's going to be really hard for him to reinforce it. He does have some chariots over here that can come down, but 8 strength is going to be 8 strength. We're obviously going to need a couple more units, but we might have an opportunity since he's still, it feels like he's still rampant. So he did finish the museum and is getting a hilarious amount of sites, 32, plus 50% from there, basically as if it were a high wisdom governor. Astyages will also be good here. Maybe we just assign him now. Well, no, I want to produce the Pelton Cav with Warlike. Eventually I'll assign here. We can swap in that miner, actually. Money. I think Redemption was better than Prosperous. I don't know. Prosperous would let me rush with the judge. I think it's worth, well, we honestly might as well finish the festival. It's 2 years away. Yeah. we'll queue up the miner behind it. Five years in that Fisher. I think Redemption's better. Some ambitions, it's going to be nice to complete an ambition. That'll be 10 legitimacy. And this one's pretty easy. I just hit 600 civics, and I should have that available pretty straightforwardly as well. And it'll give me a little more Hamlet output, although I don't have that many Hamlets. So, a little bit though. This one is 20 gold, so it'll be 24, I think. I'm going to swap just to see what happens here. Doesn't actually change the timing on the Palthon Cav, but we'll keep it as is, I think. He's also plotting against, so I don't want to burn civics. I'll do that at the last possible moment, but definitely want to consider it. And we will also want to consider this may actually get to Citadel first. So metaphysics is, and then our target is going to be cartography. Probably going to pick up steel next. Doctrine's also super tempting. I don't have that many disciples, I think. Yeah, I just have a couple, so I don't really think it's worth grabbing Doctrine and military text first. So likely steel in 2 years. But yeah, we've got decent vision of what he's doing. Probably the best vision I've had in a game against Frederick. This has started to get upgraded. So 2 orders that I don't really have something to do with. There's no point doing family gifts. Everyone's super happy. Persian head paganism is pretty low. And consider influencing religious heads in 2 turns. Worth considering, especially this guy because he's or she's new. So we will see here. Really should put the builder here, right? Especially getting all these up and running. That's an idea. He's back from rebelling. So yeah, I think I'd rather have something other than Prosperous. I don't know. Prosperous would have been like extra 100 gold a turn, which would be very useful for rushing stuff in this city. But honestly, I think the extra charisma is better, as is just, I mean, raw stats are so valuable, especially on a character like this. Like, the city is 60. Yeah, once she's definitely moving down here to potentially spam decrees or something. I don't know. Or get theaters up and running in this city. We'll definitely consider once we finish everything in the city and put in a scholar here. We do have one here. So we'll see. Stuff to think about. All right, I'm going to send this one over since I don't think there's anything else I want to do. And we'll just let 2 orders sit. Yeah, that's the only move we have. I don't have the money to be able to get another agent up. And realistically, I think this is probably good agent coverage at this point. Notice we're getting 65 gold just from that city. And I kind of like the take out Leptis Maga. Get better vision of what's going on here. Maybe start a Byreme there. All right, let's go ahead and send this one back.
And turn 57. Let's just rewind quickly and redo. So using our workers up here. Moving this one further down. I think I will be moving this into here to accelerate these nets in a few turns. I do want to start hamlets here to push borders down here as well. Let's increase the money. Then we are starting our stronghold here. We don't have 7 laws for the citadel, but want to get this going. It's also all in half an order. Then down here we are attacking with our 2 chariots. Can't kill this turn, so we are saving this. We're not doing this attack, that's just in order. This unit doesn't get experience, so we have 2 attacks here next turn to finish this off. Moving over here, denying him the tile and attacking. This also means we can have a shootout while he's standing on the marsh where he'll take damage. And this unit takes a bit longer to go around. Could move in here and engage, but I don't want to spend the orders here. this needs to be done. We're choosing land consolidation here. Would have preferred citizenship. Land consolidation is okay. We have some good resources to improve, so we'll be benefiting from that, and I want to go down this route anyway. But this has higher priority, but it's not on offer. And then I think I just cancel, and we need to move here 2 tiles since we want to settle here. Then down here, probably forum. We want to prepare this. We got lucky and got a scholar. So we are looking to build hamlet here, garrison here. And need to push culture too. Usually I want to start increase at strong, but I guess we are starting here earlier. Getting to strong here will take way too long to wait for that. So finished a festival here, probably running another one. We have 4 orders left. What we want to do is assign our king consort here. He picked up Ruthless this turn, which is great. This puts him at 6 courage. He's now providing half our training income this way, and of course he's pleased, so other chance for additional kids. Then I have more than enough workers to use these orders on, but I think I want to accelerate our experience gain. Right now we would take 4 turns. I would like to accelerate this to 2 turns by running an influence mission. I think could also rally troops. There's an event with 2 discipline where you get a random tech, but I think we have more money than civics to spare. We need this for laws and theologies more than for rallying troops, and we're almost spending our civics everywhere. So unfortunately there's not many good targets. Severely ill, extremely old, severely ill, and extremely old. So there's also the influence event that we could take one of the strengths or weaknesses or gain 2 discipline, and getting 2 discipline is pretty good on us in this city. So I guess we influence the merchant. Doesn't do much by itself, but there's a chance she adopts paganism and drops below 0, so this will keep her at least in the positives, unless we get some bad event for her. But this is mostly about our leader gaining experience and the potential event for extra stats. That leaves us with 1 order only. I'd like to get started here. We have this disciple, and the city is still busy for 7 turns until it can start to build. Could enact revelation. Not sure about that. There's also the holy site to consider. This is the riders. Do we have no governor at all? Cultivated Delver, no one with Frugal to cut the civics cost in half of the holy site. So, I'm more tempted to move this down here. Then we can start immediately. This is just once this finishes we have just, this, if we spend the orders, that's enough. It's like 3 to here. On the turn it finishes, and on the next turn we can get to here, spread the religion and start the disciple, so that's enough. So I think we establish revelation. Another option would be to spread it to Carthago. But I think I can make use of my orders anyway, and I did lament the fact that I couldn't use this in here, but I can't anyway because no state religion. So can't rush in here anyway with orders. I can rush in here once it reaches development, since we got the Judaism in here, which is also a decent use of our orders. Here we have our judge that can be used in 2 turns. We've stockpiling some money in here, looking forward to rushing these out every other turn. So also more science, which we are severely lacking. Next 6 turns is really bad. The science-wise, this capital is not working out as I wanted it to. We do have the museum, it's 10 science, but that's not a value that we are looking, which we can see, like that he stays unlearned now. Not sure how much help he had from events, but still, he probably has a bunch of monasteries down for 4 science each, and starting his specialists now. So he's increasing his science output as well. And we are investing in civics and not in science, so pretty bad. This city needed more growth to start with. There's not enough growth resources in here. No crops to get extra benefit with the granaries. I already mentioned that. And I needed to have Odeons 20 turns ago and build poets in here. So I would get more civics through that, since the traders don't get any civics through their family. I mean, it didn't help that our previous leader got down to -4 charisma, but that's just the way it is. Nothing to do about now. We did finish drama and started our first Odeon here. It's looking to start our next Odeon probably here. Next turn. We do need to eventually get back to this city and invest into here as well. We are accumulating culture through festivals, but not ideal. She's also dying. What's with people dying this game? Man. And we have one final order. And I think we're taking this. We're far away from temples, but the spread chance might give him if it spreads into his treasure, it might give him the opportunity to take not orthodoxy, but what's it called? Tolerance, and start building Jewish temples in his cleric cities for another 2 orders. But I don't think he has that on his radar. Anyway, If that one order left, we could harvest here, hope for an event. The 10 food we don't really care about. I think we just use this here, or we could. We have enough to upgrade. If I want to spend the training here, I think I want to do just upping our strength, so we are building, don't build any units right now, so just keeping us, pushing us up a bit so we don't slip too low. And we are getting more training income now. Also, I want to protect this when I'm building this in about 6 turns, so having this upgraded, strength 6, to protect the worker will be good. And with this we're done with this turn. Not looking too good. The whole abdicating, dying early, previous ruler slipping to negative charisma, and mismanaging this capital, or the research to push this capital. Not looking good. But we are pushing on. We might. Don't have metaphysics. Am I still pushing ahead with this plan, or am I going down to this? This will also found Christianity, which I'm not looking forward to deal with another religion. Kinda want him to go down this path, but I think since he's learned, he has no incentive to get this. I think we are pushing on with this plan right now. Favoring citizenship, monasticism. We do want monasteries eventually, especially since they give us culture in here. We can push these. But we'll have to see what comes up. This could be an okay reroll, although that's with our science it's still expensive, too expensive, we're behind. So we don't want to do this, don't need any of these bonus cards, so these don't poke portcullis just yet, I think. How's our agents looking? We do have some schemers. So actually not too bad if the portcullis comes up. Good. Nothing to see down here, some discontent levels. So, that's it. I'll see you soon.
Turn 58. We have an event here for Final Remembrance. Normally I would take Morning for the XP, but since I'm trying to get to Strong and Parsa, I'm going to go ahead and take that. And then I get another event here from the Strong Culture event about Judaism spreading here. So I can get Judaism here and get 140 civics back. So that seems fine. So let's go ahead and do that. Then I will assign my uncle as governor here, and then cancel the worker that was building this theater and pull it over to start a citadel in 5 years. Theater was being built really just to expand borders and also get culture, but if I'm strong culture, the theater is not as high a priority. I'll pull a worker over from the north to build that theater instead. And then I get 140 civics back in exchange for getting Judaism in this city. We will chop and start a garrison here. Start a lumber mill here. We've got a river forest. Chop, and start a mine. We'll move that worker that I mentioned that we're going to try to get it to continue that theater or hamlet down there. We'll scout around here, pop in and out of the city. Scout here. Harvest. Scout. Put an agent in there just to keep vision. And then lastly, I think I spent some orders on and some training on upgrading this one to get Eagle Eye, which is always very valuable to have as well. and should be good to upgrade in 5 years. So we'll have 3 cataphract archers ready to go in 5 years. Definitely want to connect this, but realistically, these forces can just come along the north here. We may be able to attack here even. It may be worth considering getting a Byrene out here just to be able to anchor and use coastal movement to go along and expand borders. And we may actually want to consider a hamlet here as well for the same reason. So we're also starting Byrene here to be able to have movement here as well. Like, should be able to take the city pretty easily. He doesn't have a great way of reinforcing it, and all his troops are far away. So, yeah, that's a possibility as well as just attacking this city. But I think 8 strength, 3 8 strength units will do a lot of damage here very quickly. Along with this and this, we can potentially pull this north as well. Probably want a little more force to be able to really punch hard and do it very quickly, because he can, of course, bring forces up pretty quickly or counterattack or something like that. So we'll want to make sure we're in a defensible position before we attack, but I think that's pretty reasonable. And lastly, I move my judge down here to get a festival. We can consider rushing the miner as well, although it's only 3 years to build, so probably not worth the rush. Instead, we can just hard build a miner and then get the officers up and running and start buying. We're also going to need money to do that. We could put an agent in here. Don't really see the value of doing that. The agent that was serving here swapped around, so I swapped some agents around just to make sure I have a high wisdom agent there to keep getting lots of delicious science. And this scout has vision of the entire city and can just sit here, doesn't even need to be an agent. And this scout came from the south, came from the north, and I'm going to just keep eyes here. 7 orders left. And he has not founded his last city, I think. Yeah, he's still on 9, so he hasn't founded this corner city yet. So pretty good here. We just need to get more training up and running. Definitely need to focus on getting racks up. Colossus and Lighthouse are a possibility as well. Get racks up everywhere. It's probably the next garrisons and racks up everywhere, and then get lots and lots of officer specialists. That's pretty much it. And yeah, this worker I will move over here slowly. We're not going to build a racks here. We will want to build a racks here, I think, to complement this garrison. Maybe we actually move that worker back. I'll think about it. This border expansion would be really nice to have to connect, but is not actually that important. I don't know. We can maybe resume when we finish there. I do have that lumber mill worker. We can think about it. Potentially, we can start a racks here, though. Just building 1 racks at a time, it's fine. And we have another worker finishing here as well. All right, that ends this turn. Pretty straightforward turn. We should pick up Redemption next turn. He's still naive. That's pretty much it. We are going to send this one back. No one to tutor. No one yet. Consider tutoring next turn, I guess. We don't have any of our own kids, so I think we can safely have her go commerce, or have her go politics, because she is currently our heir, although we should have kids at some point soon. All right, send this.
Turn 58. Bunch of stuff. Let's do the other movements first. Just doing the non-critical events of people dying, governors dying, ambassador dying. Her husband became head of the riders, that's pretty good. She is kinda so-so, but we can influence her next turn, I think. So cleaning up down here, didn't quite need this unit because they don't do quite enough damage with the chariots. I could spend an extra order for 10 experience, but with our order limited, we are saving ourselves that order. Starting a hamlet here to get expansion in this direction going. Also here a road, so we have connection immediately, and we don't need this worker on here this turn. We can put him on here next turn. Starting our Odeon here, founding the city down here, bringing us back into the positives. Focusing on this to get this going, and instead of other stuff. And final order to upgrade here. So let's look at the production. In here we are starting an officer. And in here we're continuing to increase our civics, I think. We're still on 7 laws, so no change there. Events, final remembrance. I don't like to become mourning, since this means we can get ill. But I also don't want to spend the civics. On the other hand, we don't need civics anytime soon. This, I don't think the 120, it's about 5 turns of culture. We're about to get more when we start building some Odeons down here as well. Experience is nice, but we don't need it for the next level, and if level further is too far away, let's just grab the negative discontent. Here we are taking the theaters. Courthouses we don't have unlocked yet. We want to build those anyway. This is the kill event, which is interesting. I think we can afford that this negative opinion. Could have also gone slavery. Let's just undo this for now. Let's grab the other event. Oh, families. It's for 40 years. For -2 legitimacy. Green Hall is whatever. The city isn't that far away from the capital, so it's not like it has the highest maintenance. Of course, it will change as we add improvements. I have the money, but I don't think I want to pay that much. Let's grab the family opinion. How much does this change? It gives us about 16 more stone, 3 more iron. Is that worth it? Is it worth triggering the bad events from slavery? I don't think so. Let's grab the stat point. It's quite a lot of money, especially if we can get even more discipline from events. We are still pretty young, so stats are valuable. So theaters, we have theaters planned for these 2 cities anyway, probably building them in here now as well, and I think down here to get this one going. Where we're building these down here, I don't know. So probably building it here. Odeon instead. I guess. Kind of want another worker down here now. Let's grab one. I think we're done. Is the area where he could do something? Converting here. I don't want to spend the civics, I think. Despite everything. Nobody hates us in here, so we don't have to be careful for when she dies. Yep, looking good. That's about it. See you soon.
Turn 59. Our husband let us know he's in love, which is great. We are going to pick Free Court Scholar because we want to get text towards barding. Not sure where these events are coming up. I think we had an event to potentially have him have a tutor. Instead, I'm going to have him potentially get intelligent, inspiring, eloquent, or insane. Since he's far enough down in the succession, I really hope it's not insane. Might be a mistake. We'll see. Started a monk in Ospedano. Dropping. We'll eventually start a Rax there. Pulling this over, doing cute tricks here to move the worker slightly faster so I can get it down here in one turn as opposed to having to wait 2. I can start the Hamlet. That goes back to where it was. Drop here, start a Rax. Drop here, start a mine. Drop here, start a Rax. Start a Hamlet. Let's make some notes for myself, moving that to defend it. Scouting around here, seeing what's going on, and he has found a 10th city at this point. So he's at 10 cities now. We'll tutor Barcine next turn with our Free Court Scholar. Other min-maxy things here, since I have a judge here, I rushed here, and then I'm going to use the overflow to hard build for 1 turn, and then rush again 2 turns. That's a cute little trick you can use to accelerate rushing somewhat. Basically, anytime you'll build, you rush with whatever, and then that you basically you get the production that you would have had this turn, and it overflows into the next one as well, and then you just pause in between each turn. Essentially, I should do a better explainer video on that at some point. We got a lot of family up in going here, and we got an elder poet here. We did start our garrison. We may move our worker there. It potentially can start inquiries as our Carta once we get strong. Let's see. We've got great civics production here as well. Definitely want to get this city online. He is rush building strongholds at this point. So I would expect him to soon have I think this is a stack of 2 workers. Yeah, so he's going to have a citadel soon. So we're not going to have that much of an advantage citadel-wise. But I do not see any war elephants from him. You can, of course, build them here and upgrade them. Well, he can't yet because this city's weak. So he's got some culture issues there. Utica, I guess, has a little bit of culture from that. Yeah. Yeah, he only has 1 developing city, Utica. So he can't actually get his unique unit anywhere except for here. I don't think there's elephants here, so that's a problem for him. We started archive here. Can't hurt to get archives up. And like the city can't really, I could do another food specialist, I guess. Possibility. Potentially we'll want to have that specialist for Rax, though, realistically. So we can just do an archive as a holding pattern. You can also see a case for forum. Which will speed up all those specialists later. Yeah, maybe we do forum instead. Acropolis is on the board still. So, yeah, the archive is just a tiny bit of city science. And I kind of actually like the archive. Let's do that. I feel like we should prioritize science at this point. And this can come up here and build the monastery here. I think that's it for this turn. We'll just need to remember to tutor with our new scholar. Should have steel as a choice, and tech-wise we are targeting straight for barding at this point. So we're going to get steel, citizenship, phalanx, startups, lots of stuff here. But that's our straight target. We'll pick up cartography as well when we can. It's not a priority because it's currently naive, but we definitely want to have it in the bank, and we want to get triremes because it'll give me a nicer anchor distance here, and I'm going to anchor here as well potentially. With Byreme, he has that one Byreme still anchored there. Don't really have vision here. Looking at this terrain, I don't know that I'm going to be able to easily get into this next city. We can try with the scout next turn and potentially even set up an agent or something because we're probably not going to have a safe spot to land. All right, that ends this turn. I'm going to go ahead and send it back.
And turn 59. Oops. So we've become ill. So what are the chances we are doomed next turn? Anyway, there's also a chance we are getting severely ill and then triggering the healing cult event. That would actually be pretty good. Some extra growth in here. So fingers crossed for that. Then up here with our husband now providing, I think we are taking the city walls up here. It's a border city. You want walls in here anyway. The cost is just was like 2 stone more than regular and no construction time. So we're doing good. Continuing building officers in here. We got our level up. Would have preferred eloquent or intelligent, but we take frugal. So not quite the distance. Keep him here, I think. Building lumber mills up here. I think we prioritize the hamlet first, so we get the camels into these borders, not to risk. I mean, this is 4 turns away, so one hamlet here, I guess, and then theater here, and maybe hamlet here, or we go. Not too sure. This is fine though. In here, finished our festival. I think we're just continuing with festivals. Where would we want our garrison and barracks? Probably here or here. So we don't have the stone quite, but we have money. Do I want to spend that money here though? No, let's prioritize. What is the other worker? We have one here. So I am tempted to leave this one alone. Just double kill the chariot next turn. Could actually double kill this turn, but I think that's too many orders. The other hand, can we use him? What's the age? 45. It's only 2, maximum 3 damage. Sounds good. Did we see anything from him? Not really. Building barracks. Delva, too old. Young diplomat, eh? Now building officers, the civics are welcome. And there's a chance for a decent level up. Do I want to spend the civics though? I think we can afford that. So, in terms of orders, we are looking quite decent actually. Don't want to save ourselves the money and get this online. As in, not spend buying stone for a garrison. Down here, we are grabbing this. Grabbing this. Anything else important going on? We ourselves, I think, want to run an influence here. Some more experience, some more chance for more discipline, assuming we don't die here. Leaves us with one order. We are similar in loan still. Hoping to get Judaism to spread into the capital. Everything's busy. This one is fully upgraded. These are fully upgraded. This is not. I think we can just heal here. Do we though? Feels a bit of a waste. Anything else? I think we moved the scout one time. Trying to get him over here to get an eye what he's doing in this region. So we have a little bit of overflow, a minimal amount, so we are looking to rush every other turn when there's no overflow present, so we wait this turn. We don't have the money to rush everything anyway, so we are saving ourselves a bit here. And then we don't have any horses in here anyway. I mean, we could build spearmen, but also looking towards camels. It's also a reason to prioritize this. Still, just going for theater next. We did take the 4 theaters ambition, so 1 theater here, 1 theater here, 1 theater here, and the 4th down here, I guess. So, theater. To look how this here shakes out exactly. If I'm willing to give up this forest, I can go Hamlet, Hamlet, Hamlet. Odeon, Theater, Amphitheater. Maximum adjacencies for the Amphitheater. Not that the Amphitheater is important in here, but as long as our frugal ruler is in there, the costs are pretty minimal anyway. I mean, they still have upkeep cost, so it's not for free. But slowing down discontent has some value in here since we are trying to maximize science. So I guess that's worth it still. Okay, let's leave it at that and send it back. See you soon.